always believed that comics is a legitimate art form, and it was so frustrating being in college. Like, there are certain artists that were allowed into the curriculum and certain artists that weren't. And I would always ask them, like, when I was back in school for painting and printmaking, like, we could look at Andy Warhol, we could look at Ansel Kiefer or David Sally or somebody, but I was like, well, what about Jack Kirby? Like, can we look at Jack? Like, no, that's comic books. And then it's like, okay, well then, is it merely money? Like, do you just want to see some money? Here's Frank Frazetta, motherfucker. You happy now? But then it's like, that's not enough. There is something that's very special to comics that makes it a different art medium. The French call it the ninth, right? We already have dance, poetry, literature, music, right? Go on the line. And then eventually comics is something, it's a weird hybrid of storytelling and picture making. And I think it's its own medium. It's special. It really is.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Oh my gosh. We made it. We're live. We did it. Oh my gosh. It's becoming an increasingly difficult mountain to climb to get these going. But we're going to do it, man. We're come hell or high water. We are trying to get these streams back on some sort of regular schedule, or hanging on to for dear life on these regular schedules. So thank goodness New Wednesday Comics comes out every Wednesday, which keeps me on my toes, keeps me as a collector really excited to see what comes out every week. And then the guilt just grows that I haven't streamed or I'm late on a stream or I missed a stream. Hang on, let me make sure my headphones are plugged in all the way. Sounds weird. Let me know if my sound sounds okay. Yeah, it's been a minute. Let's take a breath. But I'm so glad that you guys are around. I'm so glad that you guys care enough to drop me a little note, like Lindsay Rose did on Discord. She hit me up and she was like, "So what's the deal, Rocky? Is this gonna happen or what?" No, she was actually nicer than that. But yes, I was planning on it. I wanted it to happen, and here we are. Gosh, why is my sound wigging me out? Yeah, I have them in the right way. Left, right? I don't know. Something sounds funny. Is it just me? Anyway, welcome everybody. My name is Rocky Ballesteros. This is another episode of My Wednesday Comics. It's been a couple weeks since I've been able to stream. But this is the show where I go over the comic books that I've picked up every week at my local comic book stores. And I look at them with you guys, and review them with you guys, tell you why I like them, why I'm picking them up. This is definitely going to be an absolute week. A lot of absolute books came out. And as I was making a list yesterday of kind of like Santa Claus of the books that are coming out, today I looked and I was like, oh wow, there are a ton of absolute books. One, two, I don't know how many. I don't know if they scheduled it that way or if it was planned that way or whatever, but regardless, there's a lot of absolute books that came out that week. Something is bothering the heck out of me with the sound. Does it sound okay, everybody? Something is totally check. Yo, something is totally bothering me with the sound. Is it because I'm so far from the mic? It's weird. Or is it just because I haven't done this in a while? And I don't know what I sound like in my ears anymore? No, I see all that. That all looks good. This is the typical boomer tech stuff that happens. But let me know that you guys can hear everything okay. I'm assuming so. You guys are really usually on it when when things sound weird. Okay, sorry, getting distracted. Distracted by my own boomerisms. But so glad you guys are all here. And so glad that you can join me today. We've got a lot of books to get through, partially because Some of these books came out last week, and I wasn't able to stream last week. And then the other thing I wanted to say was I am going to push. I'd say I'm probably about... what can I commit to? 70% sure that I want to do another master study sometime this week. It's going to probably be a late night show, unfortunately, because that's the only time I can think of squeezing it in. I'm kind of thinking it might be Friday late night, but it really depends on how Friday goes. I've got a gig that I'm working on Fridays that requires me to commute a little bit, so it always depends on like Friday night traffic, how the day goes on Friday, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, it's going to either be a Friday night or maybe a Saturday night. I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a late night. But I want to get on that master study, that Jack Kirby master study that I started in December. Have not touched it a lick since the new year, which is really embarrassing. But we've got to push that boulder forward. It's like all the cobwebs are growing in my studio and on my drawing table, and it's absolutely not allowed and embarrassing. So yeah, we've got to get on it. Like I said, 70%. I'll let you guys know either on YouTube posts or Discord posts. I'll let you guys know when that will happen. But that's the plan. I really, really, really want to try and get a stream in this week on that. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, things have been going well. Just really busy. Mark's Music Obsession in the chat was asking me how things were going. Just wanted to make sure it was scheduled. It's absolutely a scheduling thing. My schedule has just gotten super swamped since like end of October. And it's all good, but it's just ridiculous how many plates I'm trying to spin at once. It's like feast or famine a little bit. So that and trying to insert in all the YouTube-isms is a challenge. But it's good. It's a good challenge. It's all good, and I'm very happy to do so. And I'm happy that you guys are here to at least accompany me on that and keep me accountable. Anyway, let's get this party started. What is up, Mark's Music Obsession? You give that guy a little bit of notice, and he's on it. He is on it. Channel member, Mark's Music Obsession. Always love it when you can join. That's always why I hesitate doing late night streams, because I know those are a little bit harder for you to join, Mark. But maybe if I give you a little bit more notice, you can drink an extra coffee that day and join, because those are always fun, and you are always great in the chat. So thank you for being here, Mark's Music Obsession. Right behind him, Mr. Monkey Boy, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969.
How do you say monkey in French?
How do you say monkey in French, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969? It's been a while since we've talked about bande dessinée and French imports and all that kind of stuff. It has been a while. My head's been, well, no, that's not true. My head's been like, I was going to say my head's been locked into like American comics for the most part recently. I'm going deep into the like Frank Miller rabbit hole, who, again, it just kind of solidifies that he's one of my all-time greats in my mind of comic book artists, creators. And recently I just watched the animated movie based on The Dark Knight Returns. And so that was awesome. I was like totally like a nerd. Well, I am a nerd, but it was totally like just like a little kid. I had my copy of Dark Knight Returns, the graphic novel, and I was watching the show, the animated show. It's a two-parter, so it was like, I think it was like 4 hours long. But I was just flipping through each page and seeing how accurate they were with the writing, with the compositions. The designs are a little bit different compared to Frank Miller's style, but they stuck to some stuff as well. I would have loved to see Frank Miller style animated, but that's really, really hard to do. But they definitely like borrowed from a lot of what he did in that book. And then there's some things that just don't translate in from comic storytelling into animation storytelling. So it was interesting to see what choices they made. They had to re-edit some stuff as far as like order and so yeah, it was really cool. It was kind of like, compare and contrast. And then they had some cool behind the scenes on the DVD of like the director, Jay Oliva, kind of describing, why he was picking certain shots. They showed storyboards, like animated storyboards or animatics, which was really awesome to see. And then they had a behind the scenes documentary with Frank Miller himself. And that was like probably about an hour long. So I was watching that, and always fascinating to see interviews with Frank. So, or Mr. Miller, as I should call him. But yeah, it was awesome. And just going down that rabbit hole of his stuff. But going back to how I first got here was, I was going to say I was totally focused on American comics, but that's not true. I'm also reading a book called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I would show it here on stream, but I actually returned it in the library, the first volume to the library, waiting for the second volume to be available on reservation. But part of the reason why I read JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, it's a manga, sorry Mo Biggs, is because I went to the Art of Manga exhibit that was here in town. This might be the last weekend in San Francisco that this exhibit is, but it was phenomenal. It was an awesome exhibit. And he was one of the artists. Oh my gosh, blanking on his name. I'm going to look it up now. Hirohiko Araki is the artist on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And they had some of his originals there. By far, some of my favorite pieces to look at in person at that exhibit. So I was like, oh, okay, I want to read this book now. And I started reading it, and it is crazy. It is bizarre. Not at all what I was expecting. And it's a good story, so I'm hooked. So I think it goes or changes. The story is not just like linear. It just kind of goes all over the map. But anyway, that's been awesome to read too. So even though my schedule has been super busy, I've still made time for comics because that just fuels my soul. And as a storyteller, as an artist, it just really excites me to read new stories and go over old stories and just kind of dissect why I love certain things. So that's why I do what I do. That's why I'm here. And that's why it's awesome to share with you guys. Michael Bancroft, how are you doing, Bancroft?
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Oftentimes, Bancroft streams on Wednesdays as well. His art share streams on his channel. Go check it out. I'm sure many of you guys do. I think last time I was trying to there's a way of sending people to other streams once you end your stream. But I was like, oh, cool, I did it. But I forgot to hit save. And I think the last comment I saw on the stream was Mark going, I'm still waiting for the redirect. And then my stream ended. So sorry if you are streaming later and my stream is still going. I'm going to try it again. And hopefully I'll hit save this time and it'll work. I don't know. You know me. It made me laugh though, because it was very like, of course I would forget to hit save. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says it's freaking snowing again. Oh my gosh. The snowpocalypse is happening everywhere but here. But in Northern California, it's actually really gorgeous here. Northern California. Feel free to drop in the chat what the weather is like where you guys are. I have some relatives in the South, in Texas, and relatives on the East Coast, and they're all sending me pictures of the like snow. And I'm like, I don't think I'm going to send you a picture of what it looks like outside of my house because it's totally different and it might make you angry. So yeah, I know many of you guys are in the middle of that weather. Hopefully you're staying safe. I love the snow. I love looking at the snow. I went to school in the East Coast. Many of you guys knew that, in Rhode Island. I didn't necessarily like living in the snow that much. So yeah, it seems like it's a lot. So hopefully you guys are safe, warm, and able to get the things that you need to get to survive. Michelle is in the house. Awesome seeing you here, Michelle. Michelle, channel member. I need to do a sound here for you, Michelle. Or plan on getting that going. Because if you keep showing up like you are, you definitely deserve one. I haven't done a sound effect or a custom sound effect for somebody in a long time. I think I still owe one to Sumo Thori, but Sumo Thori hasn't shown up recently, so that's okay. But Michelle, for sure, you're showing up. I'm going to write a note for myself to do that. But good seeing you, and thank you for joining us. Ahoy, ahoy, from down under. Lindsay Rose in the house. Lindsay Rose.
Roses are red. Violets are blue.
Should I continue to call you Lindsay Rose? I think so, right? Even though YouTube is saying typical tea green. Just let me know if I need to change that. Because I had to do that for Steampunker, who I haven't seen yet in the chat. Maybe she's here. But we're trying out that new name for her. So if you want me to call you typical tea green, that's fine. But I know you as Lindsay Rose. Mark's Music Obsession says, hopefully Michelle will be back by the start. She is, and awesome that she was. Performing surgery. Ooh, I hope that's not you performing surgery. Mark's Music Obsession says, I was ready to go with a full push, Rocky. Hopefully everything is okay. It's just a schedule thing. Yes, as opposed to the nudge. The gentle nudge from Lindsay Rose. Mark's Music Obsession would have been like, come on, man. Stream. No, I appreciate you guys. I really do. It just tells me you care. That's cool. That's awesome. Again, I've said this a million times, but if nobody showed up, I don't think I'd keep doing this. You know, it's a lot of work. But because you guys do, it makes it all worth it. Is nudge like fudge? No. He loves money more than us. I do. I'm not gonna lie. You got Wednesday comics too, Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. All right now. I'm excited to hear what you picked up. Way too cold for my area and gonna be even worse this weekend. Oh, really? Mark's Music Obsession. What's gonna happen? Like, what's the temperature gonna get to this weekend? Yeah, we had a little bit of rain last night. We're kind of in the where are we at right now? We are in the 61 degrees, sunny, dare I say. It's really nice. Of all the things that are going downhill in this city, the weather is not one of them. So I'm thankful that I live where I do right now, right in the middle of this snowstorm. Freshly made lime jello in the fridge setting up. No kidding, Mark's Music Obsession. That sounds amazing. Mo Biggs celebrating 2 months of membership.
Better known as Mo, Big wasn't always the confident voice we hear today.
Did we ever think we would be saying that with all the horrible luck we've had with gift memberships on this channel? Which reminds me, I should actually probably do... I'm going to do it right now. I can give a gift membership. I can give 5 free of charge, sending right now. Let's see what happens. Drum roll, please. All right, I'm sending them. Let's see what happens. Don't break. All right. Michael Bancroft got a gift membership. Adam Goodall. Nice. Jason Bascom, Unhinged. Awesome one, got a gift membership. And Dr. Mask, who showed up last week, hopefully he'll come again maybe this week, got a gift membership. How about that? That was pretty good. That was pretty good, guys. That was good. rather than nobody, like a bunch of randos, which we appreciate the randos. We really do. But that's awesome. Congratulations, everybody who got a gift membership. We'll try again. I think I have another 5. I think I have 10 total a month. Oh, I've already sent all 10 of this month. So yeah, 10 a month. So next month's here. Can you guys believe it? Next week is already going to be February, which is crazy. I still, just last week, I was still saying Happy New Year to some people in my life. So I think I stepped over the limit of when I was supposed to stop saying that, but I didn't realize it happened that fast. Typical tea green. Lindsay Rose says she's rearranging flowers. Amazing. Everybody's saying hello. Mo Biggs. Hello. Michelle saying hi to Mo. I feel the 2-minute timer, and there it is. Cranberry Landers popped in for a little bit. Not here.
This is a cranberry full of power.
I still owe Cranberry my review on Animal Man Volume 2. I have not finished reading that yet, Cranberry. If you're listening, I will get to that eventually. I'm almost through. Can you guys see where my bookmark is? Let's see. Oh, wait. Is this the top end? I'm at the bottom end here. I'm almost through that Big Damn Sin City compilation, which it's just awesome. There's some like snoozer stories in a couple of them. Just a couple of them. But there's some others that are just like shockingly good, in my opinion. And just seeing Frank Miller like evolve the craft is pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm almost through that. And like I'd mentioned, I was reading that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just thought I was going to read maybe 10 pages and then put it down. But I kind of just blew through the whole thing because I was like, this is crazy. This is a crazy story. And it just makes you go, what? And you keep turning the pages. So that's a good sign for me when a book does that. And I just kept going. So I kind of blew through that one pretty fast. Lindsay Rose says she didn't even go outside today. Ugh, that must be because of the snow. The soundtrack of 2 minutes of my life being ripped away. Michael Bancroft says, I feel like I'm hold. Oh, this is where all those comments were coming in about my countdown. Your call is important to us. It might be time for a countdown refresher. We'll see. We'll see. I do like it, though. It's kind of like a warm blanket. Now you know how the chat feels every show while waiting for you to show up, Bancroft. That's right. Whoever invented bubble wrap needs a kick in the vertical smile. Oh, are you opening up some bubble wrap stuff? It's good, though, right? You don't want things to get dinged. Flowers are set, Lindsay Rose says. I like the store videos you produce. Thank you, Mark's Music Obsession. Thank you for saying that. And as one of the last things I said in chat before we actually went live, I'm due. I've got so many of those videos banked. I've got the Art of Manga exhibit banked as in I need to edit it. Like I've got the footage, but I've got to edit it. And I actually have 2 other stores, I think, that I got to edit. And I'm so due to do some editing of non-live videos, like whatever you pre-recorded videos. It is just backlogged up the wazoo. But thank you for saying that. That reminds me that I need to do those. And hopefully I can get to some of them soon. A new one already. We've barely seen these a few dozen times, and only one of these shops has been destroyed in a fire in the meantime. Speaking of which, Invisible Jet Comics, that's what Mo Biggs is referring to. That one, she's been having a couple of like events happening at her store. I think, oh gosh, what's the name of the author and writer? They're like Batman author and writer. Derek Robertson, I think, is the artist. And who is the writer? I can't remember. They worked together on a Batman series. But they're local here. They're doing a signing at her store to kind of help promote it, open up. But I'm excited for that. I visited her when she opened the first day, reopened back in her old space. but I haven't visited since. So I do need to go and say hello and see how it's going. Books are so pretty. Yeah, they are. Tiny Tots Pets. What's up? Please help. Crying eyes. Why? What's happened, Tiny Tots? Are you okay? You all good? Anything bad happen? Call the cops. That's pretty much all we can do here. But hope you are well. Oh, which reminds me, I was supposed to tell a friend of mine when I was streaming. Let me just say. I told her yesterday. She was like, I want to see your stream. So I told her I would let her know. So there you go. Maybe that's you, Tiny Tots. I don't know. Mark's Music Obsession. Channel member. Dropping a super chat. $1.99. He wants to see the Kiwi baby. I love it. That Kiwi baby needs to be unleashed in this stream. This is for you, Mark's Music Obsession. Thank you so much for your $1.99 donation. I super appreciate it. I figure for those of you who are new to my channel, you must be like, what in the heck is that? That's the fun little thing about doing a YouTube channel. You can do all sorts of crazy stuff. And that's our Kiwi baby, so dubbed Kiwi baby. Anytime somebody drops a super chat or donation or gives a membership or whatever, we like to throw that around as for fun. So thank you so much, Mark. I appreciate your support and appreciate your admiration for the Kiwi baby. Lindsay Rose says, no guilt necessary. And then this person says, all guilt necessary. Surprise, surprise. Channel member Emo Trash. OG. All guilt is necessary. Thank you for keeping it real, Emo Trash. I appreciate it. Adam is here. Good to see you again, Adam.
This is Adam. Hey.
Adam says, I need to see new stuff. Well, hopefully we have. We have got a lot of absolute stuff today. Adam, we mentioned it in Discord, but you've been dropping some of your drawings in there, which is awesome. I love seeing other people's drawings. I love to see what people are working on, what interests them, what techniques they're doing. I had asked him a couple questions, and Adam said he was using like Pentel brush pens to ink one of the drawings. I think a Hellboy drawing he did. It looked great, Adam. So excited. Keep doing it. It's really fun just to see what other people are working on, and specifically like what art and comic stuff people are into. So love it. Thank you for doing that. Lindsay may be a shut-in, but it's not like the show is the only thing that keeps her going. Yeah, I wonder. Is YouTube viewing, it's kind of like COVID. Is YouTube viewing gone up since the snowpocalypse? Maybe. Got to take advantage of that. I have books paid for that I don't have yet that I've been waiting for so long. If it were music, we would have changed music formats by now, so it hasn't been that long, Rocky. Like comic books? Oh, are you talking about like crowdfunded books? Yeah, sometimes some crowdfunded books. I mean, I feel for it to kind of like do fulfillment on books, and there's a whole gamut, whole discussion as far as YouTube and independent comic creators and how long is too long, and is it worth the wait, all that kind of stuff. For sure. I think if I were ever, or when I get to that point of doing some sort of crowdfunding thing, I feel like I need to finish it first. Maybe that'll take me longer to launch, but geez Louise, it's a lot of pressure and a lot of effort to like get, to run a crowdfund and then also like execute on that. That's crazy. But I'm sure the books you are supporting, Mark, are worth it, will be worth it, will be worth the wait. John was noting that I might be getting another scheduled nap. Good seeing Adam. Absolute Batman is a perfectly adequate book if you're trying to start a campfire. You can't knock, I mean, you can, but you can't knock me off of my path of liking Absolute Batman. That's one of my favorites. Sound fine? Okay, great. Master Study, you know who you should... Oh, boy, Adam. Maybe it's not good seeing you. Adam always pushing me to... Wants me to do a Jeff Darrow Master Study, which that would destroy me. Absolutely destroy me. Spoken the words, therefore you are committed now. To the Master Study? I know. That's... You kind of have to like set some deadlines for yourself. If you're an artist, you know what I mean. You need that fire to keep you honest. So I feel like I owe you guys that. Otherwise, I'm going to face the guilt of like disappointment, which is very heavy. It's a heavy burden to walk with. Your motivation can be that I'll probably will be doing my own little projects with you in the background. Nice. I love that. That's awesome. Boomer Squirrel. Gotta make the money. That's right. Gotta make the money. Keep me accountable. Sure, we'll go with that being what we do here. Mark's Music Session, thank you for dropping the Discord link. Where is that? Where is that? I gotta find it in... I'm so behind in the chat that I can't even find the dang link. Here we... Oh, no. That was another link. Oh, my gosh. I'm really behind. I'm going to pin that message, Mark's Music Obsession. Thank you for posting that. Little Discord channel we have set up here where people can join and contribute as well. And honestly, like when I don't stream and I'm like too busy to stream, it keeps me connected with you guys, which I really like. So... it gives you access to guilting me on the side. That might be enough for somebody like Mo Biggs to join Discord. You get guilt 24/7. There should be no hesitation for the late night streams. Emo Trash is one of those vampire stream watchers. I consistently go to bed at 3 a.m. now. I am not that far ahead of you, Emo Trash, for other reasons maybe, but yeah, my schedule is nutso. I have to watch the late nights the next day. I know it's really bad. It's like it kind of perpetuates itself, and then if you stack a few of those in a row, then your body starts adjusting to the schedule, and then you like start waking up at like 11 p.m., 12 p.m. Then that's a bad cycle to get in. It's like you're jet lagged, but you're not in another country. The rest of the world isn't on that time zone that you're on at. That's not good. Sometimes 4. Oh man, Emo Trash. It's horrible on your health, apparently. If you guys didn't know, I'm 22 and I actually look like I'm 50 because I don't sleep well. Monkey in French is singe? Really? Yeah. Okay. It is self-inflicted. Yeah. I was such a nerd. Well, I am a nerd, but you were a nerd too. That's right. I don't think that ever changed. I'm not brave enough to post that to the Discord. What you're working on, Emo Trash? Come on. Come on. I don't accept that. Nothing is frowned upon on Disc. Well, no, that's not true. But I mean, like, you know, your art projects or whatever. We love seeing that on Discord. Mark's Music Obsession also dropped the link for Fourth Wall. Thank you so much. If you want to support me kind of in a Patreon way, a monthly way, you can do that at that link, Fourth Wall. And I do feel bad because the primary Fourth Wall perk is like these master studies, and I just haven't gotten to doing one or finishing one recently. So I'm like, oh, gotta do it for the Fourth Wall people. Yeah, Mo doesn't have Discord. Rocky is reading JoJo. I am. I am. I didn't think I would, but I really liked the first volume. It was great. And just looking at the original art gives you so much more of an appreciation of the book. I don't know if that's, you don't always get that privilege, right, of seeing the original art in person, but it makes you appreciate how much work is put into the book, even though you're like flipping through it a lot faster and you're just kind of getting caught up in the story. Seeing the original art, I'm like, oh my gosh, like how much work did he put into this one spread? So I'll like sit and just stare at it for a little bit just to give it the time that it deserves, because he must have been spending late nights doing those too. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And it also makes me always like appreciate the medium of comics, because I think it's one of the most underrated art forms out there. Kind of like how that Paul Pope video clip that I showed at the beginning of this stream. It's just like people don't understand, at least here in America, I'd say, we have less of an appreciation of how truly amazing of an art form it is. And it just seems like, oh yeah, it's a throwaway thing. And if you don't like it, on to the next $3.99 comic book you can pick up, or $4.99 comic book you can pick up. But like the amount of effort that goes into these, or at least the good ones, getting them out and like producing them and telling a story and drawing it and coloring it and lettering it, all that kind of stuff. Man, it takes so much work. And it's amazing that anything gets produced, because it is quite the art form. Who doesn't love manga? Mo doesn't. That's right. It's not just a manga, it's a manga, so Gabe Bancroft would blush. Mr. Miller, or creepy old guy, or creeper from Scooby-Doo. I know the memes about JoJo's, but I could not commit to it. So I think JoJo's Bizarre Adventure spans like all sorts of different genres and different stories and characters. The first volume that I'm reading, it's a little bit confusing, because it's like it's like story one, but it's broken up into several volumes. So there's like story one, story one, volume two. So it's a little confusing that way, but whatever it is, the very first story that I'm reading, which I think is the first JoJo's Bizarre Adventure story, is about a brother and a stepbrother. And it just focuses on their relationship. But the one stepbrother who gets like adopted into this family, it's like a super rich family, and they adopt this kind of down and out kid who grew up in the slums and had a horrible family. And the father, like, you know, invites him in and treats him like a son. And he has this adopted kid just has in his mind, like, he is going to steal all the family's fortune and just earn his way, or like weasel his way into the family fortune and kick out the rightful son, like the blood son of the family, JoJo. And so it's just this horrible relationship. Like, every choice that he makes is to take down this brother, to take down JoJo. And the adopted brother, I believe his name is Dio. So anyway, you're just reading it and you're like, oh my gosh, like, what? Like, he's does what? And just over and over, he's just beating JoJo down. Not at all what you think of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I know it goes off into like totally different Bizarro land in future stories, but this original story, or the first story, is just like, what is going on? Like, crazy. 685 subs and growing. We are. Just loaded up the art share. Lord of the Rings are tonight. Wow. Okay. So Bancroft is streaming Lord of the Rings, Emo. This is you, talking to you. Mangas I'm reading right now are Tower Dungeon and Gachukuda. Both are pretty good. Okay. We're going to have to write that down. Tower Dungeon and Gachukuda. Tower Dungeon. Gachukuda. I was around some students recently, and grad students, and they were telling me about like whatever anime and comics they're into, and I had never heard of any of them, but I'm like, There's a whole world out there that I'm not aware of. So I love the recommendations. So bad I peer pressured my friend into renaming his dog Jojo to just Joe. I might enjoy Gachaku. Okay. All right. I'll check it out. Newly minted, excuse me, channel member Jason Bascom. Listening at work. Hello. Thank you, Jason. Go subscribe to Jason's channel. Does some awesome art streams and also streams with a whole bunch of other people. Late nights or all sorts. I don't know. I don't even know what his schedule is, but he streams a lot. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 says he can send me plenty. Love it. Nutella. Yes. Love it. Tiny house on a street in a big city. Tiny house on a street on a big city. My house? I'll shame Sumo when I see him. Thanks, Michael Bancroft. Much appreciated. Well, my Michelle could work for a clip. That could be good. Yo. Steampunker. Bro, I think he short-circuited trying to say steam. I did, because I was thinking of the 3. Then I was thinking of the word stream with 3, and I was stream. Yeah. What's up, Steampunker? See, I can get on board with that name. I think so. Though, many of you know Comrade Sammy as Chat Ninja, so we're getting used to it, Steampunker. But whatever people want to be called, just let me know. Bancroft gatekeeps Sumo, then Sumo gatekeeps Rocky. I am here. Awesome. I have been here. Okay. Michelle is from Pennsylvania, so maybe a clip from Groundhog Day or another Pennsylvania-related funny something. Aren't there like, I'm going to write that down. Aren't there like Amish people in Pennsylvania? Groundhog Day. Great movie. I was watching this interview. I don't know if you guys know the comedian Theo Vaughn. He does hilarious interviews, and sometimes I watch his channel. And one of his best interviews, at least that I saw, is he interviewed this Amish guy, this kid who's an Amish kid, is super sweet. And he was just explaining to Theo Vaughn about why, what Amish people do, what they do every day, and just like new experiences that he's had as he's gotten famous for being online. I can't remember what was the catalyst of him, like all of a sudden, being exposed online. But he was amazing. He was one of my favorite guests that Theo Vaughn's had. Tea green sounds good, just so anyone else doesn't get confused. Tea green, all right, we'll try that. Is anyone surprised I've been here the whole time? No. Steam Ninja. Call her Mrs. T like if Mr. T had a wife. Oh, man. I pity the fool. I haven't heard those words in a long time. I've been off in a long time. Okay, here's all the gift memberships. Wow, I'm really behind. Yes. 20 Saturday night with a 25 to 30 mile per hour wind, so single digit wind. Ugh. That sounds horrible. Awesome One is here.
Yes, that's awesome.
Also newly minted channel member Shoveling Ice and Snow. Ugh. Yeah, that's horrible. Everyone drop me a turtle. Here are the turtles. I'm so behind. Birthday month is February? T Green? Lindsay Rose? Nice. You didn't read the text of my member chat? I didn't? Oh, man. What kind of outfit are we running here? Mobig's member chat said, I can't call it up here again, or can I? No. But it does. I'll read it out. It says, what up to all monikers in the chat? There we go. Is that the one? Is that the right one? I just shared out the stream. Maybe you'll get some new faces. Oh, thanks, Michael Bancroft. I appreciate it. Finally got out of the house being snowed in. Got to store right as its closing shelves were mostly bare. Ugh. Yeah, there was a lot of people that I know in the Midwest and the East Coast that were like stocking up before the storm, which gives me like PTSD to like the toilet paper apocalypse that happened during COVID. I remember being online like all the time looking for stores that sold toilet paper and just not like having to come to grips that I was paying that much money for toilet paper. Speaking of February, we got some birthdays coming up. I won't say who. Emo Trash, Timmy Mello. Nice. I need people to keep me on the calendar for birthdays. The best app or software that did that was Facebook for me when I used to be on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook at all really for a long time, for years. But the best thing that came out of that was it would remind me of people's birthdays. So can you pick up the Sin City book with one hand? I don't think so. Oh. I could do some reps. It's heavy. It is really heavy. And it's also so big that like the grip is difficult. Can help with strengthening my hand for carpal tunnel. Happy Australia Day, Bancroft. Is it Australia Day? No kidding. At least I'm pretty sure Timmy Mello mentioned his birthday was in February. You know better than I do. I'm really bad with remembering people's birthdays. A Dame to Kill For is the best Sin City. It is one of the best, for sure. I'd say that one is one of my favorites, and also the first one. What was it called? I don't even remember what the first one was called. The very first Marv story. Bless you. The Hard Goodbye. That one's incredible. But yeah, Dame to Kill For is really, really good. It just captures that like noir vibe so well. Happy early birthday. I only ever find fellow Februarians on the internet. I used to have a friend who he was born on Valentine's Day, so that's easy for me to remember his birthday, but I always thought it was kind of a bummer that he had that birthday. Kind of got commandeered by like the rest of the world, or like Hallmark. Redacted says Pentagon caused the ice storm because they wanted ice. It's kind of a timely joke, I guess. Everyone I know in real life is in December over the summer. That's right. Mark's Music Obsession's a December birthday. I do remember that. The art of manga video should be Discord exclusive. I hate the new unpoppable bopper. What's the point other than keeping patches safe, I guess? Yes. Unpoppable bubble wrap is a crime against God. Yes. Millions of people's lives are saved from that unpoppable bubble wrap. All right. I'm so behind. Yes. I'm almost an hour behind. Oh my, okay. I'm jumping ahead here. First time in a long time I listened to Shane Davis last night at 2:30 a.m. saying Rip becoming the post office will break him. First time in a long time I listened to Shane Davis last night at 2:30 a.m. saying Rippa becoming the post office will break him. You reminded me that he sent me a message that I forgot to look out. Oh, John. Yes, I was talking to John. I told John, what did I tell him? I told him on Discord, wait, let me double check. What did I write him? There was something I told to John. Why? I can't even remember it. That's great, Rocky. That's how important it was. Was it an art drop? I basically told John, oh, it was like it was some sort of recipe, I think. And I said, hey, if I make that on stream, will you come back? And he was laughing at me, but then he didn't say anything. Hashtag come home John and Sumo. John, if you're lurking, your presence is required in chat. Yes. Yes. Yes, I know you are, Comrade Sammy. I was in that cycle after my end of year break. Not good. Oh, the sleeping cycle? Yeah. It's bad. It's bad when you're in like a break and then you watch, like you're like, oh, I got to catch up on all these movies I haven't watched. And then, yeah. And then you have to go back to work after a few weeks. Not good. I stay up later now on purpose to try and shift my schedule. Problem is I still wake up at the same time. Yeah, that happens. Cranberry Lander's here. Are you here now officially, Cranberry? Mr. Monkey Boy 1960. Oh, yes, Sal Buscema passed away. I heard that news. Sad, legend, giant in the comic industry. I'd say I was talking with Frank at Amazing Fantasy today, and we just briefly chatted about Sal Buscema. We were saying, like, that dude was a workhorse. Like, that guy just cranked it out. And he was also related to John Buscema, which is crazy to do as much, be as prolific as you are and revered in the comic book industry and also be related to one of the all-time greats. So it's not like, I don't know if the shadow of John Buscema ever intimidated Sal Buscema, but it didn't seem like it. How do you look 50, Rocky? I don't know. I'm usually in bed by 3 or 4 a.m. Woof. That's why I like all you guys. I don't believe you're 22, Rocky Bliss. I think you're a big fat liar. I am. If I look like Rocky when I'm... Whoa. If I look like Rocky when I'm 50, I wouldn't be upset. Thank you. Thank you. If I look like me... No, I'm not going to even go down that route. Yeah. I'm not 50. I'm knocking on that door, though. Just kind of scary. I did inventory for 8 years. Our schedule was erratic, maybe is what you're thinking. Hours vary from anywhere at any time, such as 2 a.m. one day, 6 a.m. next. Yeah, that sounds miserable. Rocky claims to be only a year. Why is my thing moving without... Rocky claims to be only a year old because his life truly started when he saw Pig Feeder Lady. Oh my gosh. Did you show the books you got already? Slavic One says. No, I didn't. What's good about JoJo's every other book you ever read will feel like a step up. Someone put some turtle timers in the... These youngsters, Rocky, Shanth and Bancroft are holding together well. I don't know. I feel like I'm falling apart every day. Yep. Yes, all right. I'll be finished the art share before he gets to his first comic. All right, I'm moving fast, okay? Fat is the best part, Rocky. Okay. Thank you, Mark's Music Obsession. Oh my gosh. I have no idea if I did it. This stream is devolving fast. Oh my gosh. I was going to ask you something, but I can't remember. Get into Gachakuda. Okay. 1,000 out of 10. Really? All right. If manga is the future, the AI apocalypse cannot come soon enough. Awesome one dropped a link on my own grandpa. Oh my gosh. There is a lot of manga out there. That's right. That's why I take recommendations. I do love recommendations for manga because it's overwhelming to even know where to start, other than like the super popular ones. And also what my library carries, because I ain't buying all that stuff. So yeah, I've always seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure on the shelves. But it's not until I saw the artwork in person that I was like, whoa, okay, I need to check this out. And that's why I borrowed it. So it's cool. I feel I can verify that John is not lurking. Yes. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm cooking spaghetti. I'm going to cook spaghetti tonight. Why does spell checker never know how to spell spaghetti? Pennsylvania Dutch. There we go. Spaghetti. All right. Okay. I'm trying to get to the end here so we can start the books. In the meantime, remember I was testing out whether or not to tell you guys what books I'd be looking at before the stream, after the stream. I've heard some comments from people saying they like the surprise. Cool, awesome, noted. I do too. But I was going to try a different thing too today. I was just messing around with some stuff. So I'll cue that in a second. This also means we're coming up on a year since I've been derailing chats. I think more than a year, Emo Trash. Maybe two. Yeah, I think you're right. Emo has become her own grandma. That book is a weapon. Yes, it can be a weapon / actually, how cool would that be? Or not cool. How ironic would that be if like somebody broke into my house and all I had was the big damn Sin City and I threw it at them and like broke their neck. I think Frank Miller would approve. Rocky can barely lift a book. I'm guessing must want... Gosh. My brother read War and Peace for fun as a kid. Yeah, it's been 2 years. It's crazy. Here since stream 1, which was, oh, yes. You guys are amazing. It is kind of insane to think. I've been able to drink a year now. Wow. I sound like Mew. I was actually laughing with him about my new blonde communist governor a few minutes ago. Oh, I've heard about that. I've heard some rumblings about Virginia's politics. You don't look 50 is what I'm saying. Because I'm not there yet. T Green, Lindsay Rose, I'm not there yet. I refuse to walk through that door yet. My governor has a lot of things that I hesitate to say. Oh my gosh. If Bancroft looked like Rocky, his own dog would attack him. If Bancroft looked like Rocky. I don't even want to dissect that. Is everyone having spaghetti tonight? Already had ramen. Emo derailed the timeline. There we go. Look, I hit the end, guys. I'm exhausted. Okay, here's what I'm going to try. We're finished with Shoot the Fat. Yay. All right, here's what I was going to try. We'll see how it goes. It might get annoying. But I saw this little function on Ecamm, which is what I use to stream. Here we go. Check this out. Look at this little guy. Huh? These are the books we're going to be talking about. I should have like a little bouncing ball. These are what we're going to talk about today. It might get annoying, like it constantly running, but, people do that all the time, have like running tickers on stream. So we'll see how it goes. We'll just try it. We'll try it out. But let's get into the books. He's just Asian. I am. You have what I call a young face, Rocky. Well, thank you. That's not what I tell myself every morning when I wake up and look in the mirror. Is it a tracker? Cranberry Langer says. No, it's like a ticker tape. Yeah. All right, let's just start with this. This is just kind of a fun little giveaway that was at one of the stores I was at. I think it was Comics Experience. A lot of times sometimes it could be considered an Ashcan, I'd say, which are like, Ashcans are usually like quick little snippet, similar to like a teaser trailer for a movie, where sometimes comic companies will release an Ashcan of a book that they're promoting, and they'll give them away for free or sell them for really cheap. And a lot of times they're in black and white, and they'll just give a snippet of the book. A lot of times too, those Ashcans become limited edition or like collectibles that people do, and there's a whole market for Ashcans, like on eBay and stuff. And I've actually bought a few of them. I kind of hunt for Ashcans myself, actually, but they're just fun little things. It's just a fun, cool format, in my opinion, that gives you a taste of a book without committing to buying it. So, you know, sometimes stores will give them out. Not all stores have all these kind of giveaways all the time, but in this particular case, the store I was at did. And so this is a book called Kaya. This isn't going to be in the voting for this week. I just wanted to show it just as like a freebie that came. But I have actually not picked this book up, but a lot of people say it's good. Wes Craig is the creator, and he's... I've looked at his work before on a few things. I think one of the things was like a G.I. Joe silent interlude. I think he did. But he's got a cool style, and this one's neat because it's his own creation. But I don't know if any of you guys in the chat have read Kaya before. It seems like some sort of fantasy story, and it has an interesting look to it. Wes Craig doing both the writing and art in it. I feel like that the colors are a big part of the draw, at least from what I've seen the book on the shelves before. So maybe seeing this in black and white doesn't give it the best, selling point. But yeah, I think they're starting a new, Kaya's the character, but they have different books that are like different adventures of this character. So I think they're starting a new one soon, which is why they released this Ashcan. There it is. A fantasy adventure from Wes Craig. So kind of neat. I don't know anything. I'm going to read it now, and if it gets me interested, maybe I'll pick up a copy of Kaya. But I have seen Kaya on the shelves for at least a couple of years now, and it's cool that it's been popular enough that it's continuing on as a series. All right, cool little thing here. Oh, and they have like quotes from different creators. Yeah, these are some heavy hitter creators too. Okay, fun little giveaway. Just thought I'd share that with you guys. Okay, first book we're going to look at, though, is one that we have seen since issue 1 on this channel, is Redcoat number 16. Does it show the current stock prices? No, the ticker does not show the current stock prices. Perfect. All the absolute trash is piled at the end so I can watch art share. See, maybe this will work against me having a ticker there. But look, you're able to already kind of know and understand. Do it, emo trash. Mo just proved my point. I was making to Michelle, telling the books can cost you viewers if they don't see anything they like. Yes, it's true. It's true. So maybe, I don't know, we're just going to try it out. And then if all of a sudden viewership goes down significantly at the end of this stream because nobody likes Absolute Batman, which I don't know why, then we'll change it. And then I'll just trick you guys in the future like I did before, and you'll stick around the whole time. And then you'll just be disappointed at the end. Doesn't that hurt viewership too? I don't know. Awesome one. Dropping the burps. Decent art. I thought you were saying Caillou. Oh, no. I hated Caillou growing up. Well, I wasn't growing up when Caillou came out, but when my kids were growing up and they were watching Caillou, I hated that show. I thought it was the worst looking show ever. I didn't understand the appeal of it at all. Wow, so he created our American flag. Maybe. Instead of Betsy Ross, maybe. I mean, that's the appeal of Redcoat, is how Jeff Johns interweaves the story into American history. It's really fun, and it's just a fun romp. One of the announcements that Ghost Machine, they've got a newsletter you can sign up to, and it's cool because they'll tell you about whatever new books are coming out, but they also let you know what's happening with their company. And one of the awesome things that's happening right now, in particular with Redcoat, is it's been optioned, I believe, as a movie, or as, I don't know if maybe it's already in the works as a movie. So Jeff Johns advertised, I think it was on his social media, that he showed him like flipping through the script that he had written for the feature film. So yeah, they're working on a feature film for Redcoat, assuming live action. So it'd be interesting to see who they cast, and I could totally see this as a live action movie. Great stuff here. Great colors as always. Great art. And he's bringing back Albert Einstein as a kid, I think. Yeah. Albert Einstein was like his sidekick in the first story arc, the first few issues of Redcoat. And he was good. He was great. And then you saw him get old, and then they flash forward to a moment where Redcoat, or Simon Pure, was sitting at his bedside because he's immortal. And so, Albert Einstein obviously isn't. And so he saw him die basically at his deathbed, even though he met him as a kid. But it was kind of sad, and so it's kind of cool that they're bringing him back. Probably a different storyline here, but it's cool that they're bringing him back because it was a cool dynamic they had between each of them. That's cool. I could see them casting Chris Helmsworth or something as Redcoat. Yeah, so if you like American history, if you like time travel, it's got this you guys remember that show Quantum Leap? Kind of has that vibe. He pops in and out of different time periods. If you like Brian Hitch's artwork, Brian Hitch is a well-established creator, artist in mainstream comics. It's good. It's really solid stories too. Fun, smart stories. And he's a reoccurring villain here. Benedict Arnold is back. But it's a different time period. They're meeting up with each other. So one of the thing that Redcoat deals with is he's immortal, and so he kind of took advantage of that when he first found out he's immortal, and just became drunk and didn't have a care in the world. But where Redcoat really shines is this dilemma that Simon Pure has to face of being immortal, and what does that mean? Does your life have significance, or what's your calling if you live forever? But the awesome thing is Jeff Johns sets up a counterpoint of Benedict Arnold, who also is immortal, and that's part of the whole magic behind the scenes story of Redcoat. But what if you're evil and you're immortal, and what are the things you would choose to do there? And they both know they're immortal. And so it's kind of like they're like two sides of the same coin. But here at the end, he says, I'm going to make them immortal. So it looks like he's figuring out a way to make more people immortal. Pretty cool. Oh, yeah, and they're releasing a like a guide to Ghost Machine coming in April. It's almost like one of those like Who's Who Marvel books, or DC did them too. Loved those books as a kid, where you see like biographies and behind backstories of each characters. Here we go, Redcoat, always with the killer double page spread cover. Brian Hitch killing it. This is awesome. The flag, the stripes of the flag becoming like frames for these moments. That's great. Redcoat number 16. So if you're new to my stream, at the end of my Wednesday comics, I like to do a little vote from the chat and people who have watched the show or who've been watching the show to vote what is their favorite book of the week. And we do a little poll, have a little laughs, and then whichever one wins, I'll change the thumbnail of the show to reflect that. So right now the thumbnail of the show is Absolute Batman, just so happens. Just pick that. But whatever wins, I'll change the thumbnail just so I can remember what won that week. All right, let's see. Catching up here. I would have to leave for Arthur anyways. I just feel less guilt. Art Share. Oh, okay. No problem. Michael Bancroft does a cool show called Art Share with Rob. What's Rob's last name? Arnold? Is it Rob Arnold? Yes. And they look at art that inspires them, and they laugh and crap on it if they don't like it. Usually it's Rob crapping on it if he doesn't like the art. But it's a fun stream, so go check that out. It usually starts, I think, around 6 o'clock PST maybe. Slavic One says, how do you feel about books having 3 staples instead of 2? The Titan Conan books always have 3. I've never been asked that question before. 3 staples in them instead of 2. I mean, if the Titan Conan books, are they the same size? I'm sorry to say I don't know. I don't own any of those books. I'm not a huge Conan fan. But if they're the same size, I feel like 3 staples is excessive. And the thing is, you don't want the staples you don't even want to think about them being there. So I feel like with 3, it might be an issue. It's almost like the 2 staples and the 22-page count is like the perfect balance. Maybe it's just what I grew up with and know. But it's like if you get too many pages and only have 2 staples, then you deal with like pages coming loose. But I feel like if you had 3 staples and this number of pages, it might be too much. I don't know. Well, how do you feel about it, Slavic One? Is it like, I wonder why Titan Conan does that. I always thought, or maybe I'm thinking about this wrong, but I thought the Titan Conan books were a little bit bigger too. So maybe that's why they do 3 staples. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Timmy Mello's here.
And the Guardians are headed to October.
Timmy Mello, hail chat. I probably can hang a few while on break. Nice. Awesome seeing you. Timmy Mello, do you have a birthday in February is the question. That's what people were talking about earlier in the chat. Timmy Mello, didn't you guys just sign your superstar for the Guardians for like ever, for like 30 years or something crazy like that? I'm more offended by art being absorbed into the center from too many pages. Yes. It is a thing when, like, in comics, this is funny. In comics, like, designing as an artist, like, if you do double page spreads, knowing what's in the seam or in the center, that's a big deal. Or even in the format of the Big Damn Sin City, like, knowing your artwork would be produced at that size. So, like, the seam is a certain thickness. Am I going to lose anything in the middle there when it's reproduced that way? Or like when it's reproduced as a graphic novel, like different things get lost in the middle gutters. So yeah, that's a whole dealio. And the book that I'm reading, the Eisner Miller book, which is this book, which is basically, I love this book. Interviews between Will Eisner and Frank Miller, just about the comic industry and books they worked on and their journeys as artists and creators. One of their conversations they have is, and one thing that annoys both of them, but I'd say Frank Miller more, is how the production, whatever reasonings that comic production chose to do it the way they do it, the size that they produce the books, the color process, the number of pages, how they're sold, that whole process he feels like is so outdated, and the whole industry is basically built itself around these limitations that should no longer be limitations. And him being this kind of pure storyteller and comic artist who pushes the boundaries of things, he's like, oh my gosh, comics can be so many different things. Just look how the Europeans are doing it, the Japanese are doing it, and we're just stuck on this specific format, number of pages, size, everything. And he gets so frustrated with that, and he voices it a lot. And that's why a lot of his later works, like post his mainstream work, he started doing these different formats, more landscape, different sizes. He's like, because we can, he even was, the last chapter I read, he was talking about the coloring process and how they did colors a certain way and it was really limiting, and it limited the kind of things you could tell, or the kind of techniques you could mess around with in comics, and subsequently limited the kind of stories you could tell or the way you could tell them. And he's like, why? We don't need to do that anymore. We have like unlimited possibilities now, but people are still just kind of pigeonholing them to a specific format. So it's a really interesting discussion. But thanks for that question, Slavic One. That was the wrong American flag. Oh, is it because of the stars? It should be the like circle stars, right? I don't know. You know history better than me, probably. Emo trash. I might look for that in live action. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool, right? That isn't the Betsy's flag. You might be right. She did the one with 13 stars. There you go. This is an atrocity. I don't know. I don't know if it tells the time, the date. I don't even know if it goes into the flag in the comic book. I think it's just for the cover. I mean, you would think somebody would mention that, right? How did that slip past an editor's... I don't know if that's Betsy Ross. I could be wrong. I don't think that's Betsy Ross. I think that's just his wife in whatever time period it is. But it is a little bit misleading because he's sewing the flag. So... Does it give a date here? No. Yeah, I don't know. Good eye, though, emo trash. Timmy Mello. Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. February. Benedict Arnold with a Yobard Thawne-like feel. Next week on the 4th, February 4th. Okay, everybody, we got to remember that. February 4th. What day is that? Are we going to see you? That is a Wednesday. Timmy Mello. If I stream next Wednesday, that's going to be a birthday stream for you. Mo Big says, hear me out. Absolute Redcoat, drawn by current day Frank Miller and written by an AI trained on Weeb Trash. No. Happy early birthday. Yes. Timmy Mello, Rocky mentioned earlier that he couldn't believe that it's almost February and I called out people. Oh, yeah. Yes. The Northerner is immortal? The Northerner, I think he might be an immortal too. I think so. Rob does not like much. Yeah. Rob Benedict Arnold. Perfect. Writes post-it note for Redcoat hardcover in May. Nice. It's good. It's good stuff. It's solid. Solid story. Yeah, just really enjoyable. I'm not the biggest history fan. I've never been. So for me to regularly collect this book is a big deal. Like, it's just enough history that you can latch onto it and appreciate it, but it's enough adventure and like twists and turns, and the characters are so great that Jeff Johns writes that it just keeps me locked in. So glad I got those Eisner books on storytelling when I could. Good books. Great art in that Redcoat issue. Always. Skinbreaker cover reminds me of Rune. Trying to go to lurk mode, listen while resuming my shift later, everyone, though I'll be listening hopefully. See you later, Timmy Mello. Redcoat looks like it's got some good story potential. It's got great story potential, yes. If that flag on the cover is supposed to be Betsy's, then they need to fix it. Emo Trash's birthday is on Monday? What the heck? So Monday, February 2. All right. Happy early birthday, everybody. My gosh. That's amazing. Emo Trash for your birthday, just for the heck of it. Oops. Wrong one. Wrong button. Happy early birthday, Emo. Okay, Skinbreaker, number 5. Did I mention this last time? I wasn't that big on this book when it first came. I was excited about it. Then I read the first issue and I was like, I don't know. I've read all the issues up to now. Really like it. It's good. It was like a slow burn. And the artwork is phenomenal. The color's still kind of not my thing, not my cup of tea. Where are we in? We're 5 issues in, and I would actually love to see this book colored by somebody else. I would love to see what somebody else would do with this color. There are honestly some things in some of the other issues where I was like, oh, color could have really helped this moment. So it wasn't just like a preference thing. It was like, this was not a good choice for a color here. Or like it didn't really help the story. So that's kind of my, if I were to do an overview of the series up till now, I'd say the color, Leone, what's her name? Annalisa Leone. I feel like it's the weakest link of the team. And I think I've seen Annalisa Leone's colors on other stuff that I liked. So I think it's just the choices of where she went with color. There's just no, with this level of pen artwork and like draftsmanship, hatching, rendering, you really need color to guide your eye and like hold your hand as you walk through. Not that it's confusing, but you need it to like be totally on point when you're dealing with this amount of line work, which David Finch is known for. So yeah, I just feel like there's something about her choices that just makes everything like blend into each other. And she's making some interesting choices, very alien kind of choices of what is sky color, what is lighting, which is fine. It's an alien world, but yeah, it totally doesn't work for me. I honestly think it's this yellow too is really dominant. This kind of lemony yellow doesn't totally work for me. Yeah, sorry, the reflection on this is a little hot. Yeah, I would like to see this in the hands of a different colorist and see if what I'm thinking is right. But it's cool. It's a cool story, and it's very heartfelt, what the struggle that the characters are going through. So, yeah, it's a good kind of it's a good story. See, like this stuff, it's just like all kind of blend. There's no focus here. There's so much drama happening and so much mood and lighting already built into the drawing. The color is just like, It's cool though. I'm really interested to see how this story resolves, because they kind of set up this generational handoff, and you get it. The archetypes are really clear. The struggle is really clear. And then there's this outside threat of these creatures that would destroy the village. And depending on who is leading the village, they'll either survive or they might not. And so there's that struggle already of ego versus helping out the community. I've noticed this in the last few books that I looked in, like, I need a little bit of a, like, to be continued at the end here. Because it's not clear, like, oh, is this the end of this issue's story? I mean, it is now, because we hit the letters page. But it's not clear here. Just write a to be continued. There you go. Skinbreaker. Great art. Skinbreaker number 5. Great art, good story. Colors are not my cup of tea. But not enough to like turn me off on David Finch and the amount of mileage that he's just cranking out on this book. So I heard somewhere that it took him like 7 years to finish this series, which is insane. But when you look at the artwork, you're like, oh, I can see that. Again, we take for granted how much effort and how much love is put into the artwork on comics because it's just this like disposable format. Another one of Frank Miller's arguments, excuse me. But yeah, I can just imagine the late nights that Finch spent on this because he was drawing this like double size too. So twice as much effort into it. Wait a minute. Doth mine eyes. Shanth Enjeti Arts in the house. What is up, Shanth? Pretty sure my 10th birthday landed on a Super Bowl. Super Bowl is coming up here. Legend says the Kiwi baby is emo on her first birthday. Are the colors too drab? No, they're not drab. They're almost too Too saturated. I don't know. There's no hierarchy in the colors, to be honest. It's like they all have the same level of intensity, and that even though there's color theory going on, right? So it's like yellow's in the back, purple's in the foreground. There's a nice little like, separation there, but the intensity is all the same intensity. And it's another thing that the value doesn't really like add as much depth as the black and white artwork is screaming for. So yeah, I don't know. Like if you took this artwork and like reduced it to its gray scale, would you be feeling the depth in it? I don't think so. Oh, wait a minute, Shanth. Okay, let's see. Shanth says, I don't see color. Everybody's saying, Shanth, good to see you, Shanth. Rocky was turned off by the good art in Skinbreaker. After his brain had been warped by JoJo in the Absolute series. You have a watercolor head sketch of creature coming, right? Yes, yes. Burp, Shanth. Wasn't this already reviewed? No, not this issue. This is new today. Maybe 4. Creature sketch is going to be awesome. He's starting it. There you go. Mark's Music Obsession. Shanth says, send me the link. Oh my gosh. Wait, okay, let me try this, guys. Oh, geez, Shanth. Can we do this? We can do this. All right, give me 1 second, everybody. Turn that on. And then... okay. I'm going to try Shanth. Because we haven't done this in a long time. But I'm going to try. I miss streaming with you, though, dude. And are you going to like, talk to me in the snow? All right, I sent you the link. Let's see if we can make this work. Let me see. I take this. Oh, maybe. Oh, wait. This is going to mess up everything, but we'll see. We'll see if Shanth comes in here. Okay, Skinbreaker number 5. We're going to keep moving on until I hear otherwise. Awesome one says, Mark wants a diaphanous dress drawing. Diaphanous creature. Nice. Michelle in 1 would be awesome. Hello. Send me the link. I did. Let me know if that works, Shanth. Thanks for the Netflix recommendation, Shanth Enjeti. It was excellent. I have yet to see that one. So I do want to see it. Recently I watched Tron Ares. I'm a big fan of the world of Tron. The movies, outside of the original movie, which, it has its charm, and it was definitely like groundbreaking when it came out. And then the series came out, the animated series came out, which was amazing. It had some amazing things in it. I know a few people that worked on that series, so it has a cool place in my heart when I watch it. And then the movie, the first sequel movie, Tron Legacy, I think. It had some cool stuff. It had some stuff that fell a little flat. But then this new one I was excited about. And it had some problems, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it had some cool stuff that I really liked. So yeah, it was cool. Like Jared Leto, there's not many movies. He's like the main character in it. There's not many Jared Leto movies that I'm like, oh, that guy is awesome. But he was kind of the right cast for it. I think just the writing wasn't great for his character. Like the motivations weren't great. But himself as a cast, I was like, okay, I can kind of see how this would work or why he was cast for that role. So yeah. Everything is literally happening tonight. Yes. Forehead Bancroft homage cover. Wow. We talking about this? That's messed up. Awesome one. Let's see. Figuring out the link. I am. Did it not work, Shanth? Are you still there? Did it not work? Tech time. I have to pick between Cul De Sac and Redcoat. Original Tron movie was AIDS. AIDS? Were we going to say ADD? Did you really mean AIDS? That's an interesting comment. The cool thing about Tron Ares, hopefully I'm not spoiling too much, is they do an homage or they revisit that early 80s world of Tron. And that was kind of cool. It was kind of like, oh, that's neat. So yeah. But Tron, just the world itself, Tron, I don't know if you guys know, but Mobius, one of the artists I did a master study on, he was one of the main concept artists for Tron. And you can see why. But it's just an amazing world. Outside of like the so-so movies that have been made about it, just the concept and the world is really, really cool. And the soundtracks are awesome too. OG Tron is good. It is good. Kids these days all used to high-tech computer graphics can't handle days when CG wasn't used. It's not the CG that was the problem. It was written atrociously. It's still a great movie. Story's bland, doesn't make a lot of sense. I think it was ahead of its time. All right. Maybe Sean's putting on some pants. Let's go on and talk about Cul De Sac. Number 6. This is the last issue for Cul De Sac, people. Oh. All right, let's see. Shant, can you hear me? Wait, I can't hear you though. Why can't I hear you? See, this is where I don't know it's gonna. Gosh. Let me try. Give me 1 second, Shant. Have patience. But why can't I hear you? Oh, I know. Oh no. No. See, this is why we have to do these things ahead of time, brother. Okay, let's see. Guest. Can I assign you? Assign. Okay. I see you. But the thing says you're muted. Okay. So then, if I go to people see
Hey.
Oh, you guys hear? Do you hear yourself, Sean?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I can hear myself, but I'm here, so that's.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice.
Can they hear me?
Can everybody hear Sean? Please let us know in the chat.
Gosh. Yeah, let us know.
Dude, how are you?
What's up, man? Good, man. Good. It's good to see you, brother.
Is
Wearing my Nutmeg Tavern t-shirt from Townsend's and getting ready to hang out. But I saw you showing that that comic book and talking about the colors.
Oh,
and
boy.
I had a discussion with somebody else about the colors on that.
Oh, you did?
And I was just thinking, yes, we had a big fans of the work who think it's beautiful and are really impressed by it. But they were saying, what's up with the colors?
Okay.
And what they were saying was that they were caught in a bind because they were doing something that was kind of Avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So they couldn't really use blue for the characters. And then I was like going, but just because you don't use blue for the characters doesn't mean there can't be complementary colors of any kind.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
And I took a spread from that book and actually painted into it just to see what would happen.
What?
And yeah, I think I tossed it because I was like, I don't have room on my hard drive for this. But it's just dude,
Sure.
Yeah,
I would have
we're
loved
in
to
bad
see
shape,
that.
man.
I would have loved to see that.
Dude, I was looking to see if I could find it. I feel terrible now because I never would have predicted this would happen. So I didn't know you were going to talk about it, but I was just like, oh man.
But it's screaming, right? It's screaming for somebody else to color it, I think.
Yeah.
Because there's no doubt that the
absolutely.
artwork is like top notch. David Finch just like killing it. So for that, and I mean, you know, I'm sure between the both of us, we could name off a handful of artists or a handful of colorists that could take that to town and do it justice.
It's unfortunate because the drawings are so, you know, beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, they're stunning drawings. I was on, what is the site? What's the publisher again? It's,
of who?
What's his name? Of the book you were just
Skybound?
showing. The
Kirkham?
Is it Skybound?
It's published by Image, but it's Skybound because of Kirkman.
So I don't know if you've heard, but he's doing okay financially. He's not, I mean, they were saying I've heard rumors. I don't know if it's true, but they say he's doing okay and he's going to make it through the winter. And so on his website, because he's a G and he can flex, he's got, you know, you click on the comic book series, what is it called again? Dang it,
Skinbreaker?
I can't remember it.
Skinbreaker?
What's it called?
Skinbreaker?
Skinbreaker.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds frightening. I don't want my skin broke. I mean, it's going to happen.
Well, it happens in the series, and it's kind of gnarly.
Yeah, like God, he does a lot of work, this guy. Again, I think he's going to be okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
He so I was looking at at his site or whatever site I was on, and so they had the confidence to upload
black and white
artwork at insane just the color artwork at just crazy resolution. Like I was like, someone could print from this. It was nuts. And so I looked it up, and I took that and I went in and I was doing some color stuff on. Is this the page I was looking at? Let me just sort of see here.
I'll send you a link.
My gosh.
Wait, can I?
Is that it? I think this is it. Is it comic book format? Yeah, it is comic book format, ain't it? I thought it was.
Yes. They also printed in like a treasury edition that's a little bigger because he's drawing it bigger.
Yeah, he's drawing it apparently 90 feet by 120 feet. A lot of people don't know that.
I wouldn't
but
be
it's
surprised.
True. But it's, let me see if I can do this. This probably isn't going to work. I always try to be positive.
How's the snow? How are you doing? You guys okay with the snow?
Good, man.
Yeah?
We're buried. Yeah, we were buried. It's freezing here.
Okay, let's see.
Protesting.
How do I get... Okay, I have to get in a spot where...
Sometimes you have to do a new overlay or something dopey like that. It depends. I know. New overlay screen share is what I usually do.
New screen share. Screen... Okay. No, not that.
Overlay, and then you just assign... that camera.
Yeah. I guess to show. Oh no. It's not overlay screen share, is it? Maybe it's new camera.
Yeah, well, I mean, it can be. Yeah, it can also be. Yeah, I think you can.
Hold on, I'm going to cover your face because you're doing this to me.
Please do. Please do.
Wait, I thought I assigned it. Look at that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought I assigned it to guest 2 Shanth's screen. Yeah. Then can I not make this guest 2 Shanth's screen? Oh, maybe you're right. It is. Okay, so now...
Yeah, why trust? I don't know.
Wait.
I just wanted to see what would happen if I destroyed your stream by popping in here.
Yeah, easy.
Apparently, I've done it, so I can now Relax.
Current app Ecamm Live overlays.
Okay, well,
no,
we've got your screen there. It looks like that's
yeah,
good.
I know that's not good.
Oh, you click on the little arrow next to it. That's what it is. You got to click on that little arrow next to it for what you select to be the screen. Oh, maybe that's true. Yeah, close that. Maybe it's new camera. You're right. Maybe it's or new. No, maybe it's new camera. I don't know.
I just
Stuck
tried
in
new
the
camera,
middle with
new
you.
camera, new widget, new shape overlay, new image overlay, new. What is this?
Oh, just click on me and see if it'll do that. Maybe it'll do it. Like if you click on my little box and then put a sign, you can put Shanth screen or something.
Oh, why don't I do that with picture in picture? Whoa, something just went crazy.
Oh, look! It's back there. There it is.
Wait, but what's this?
You got it. Well, I don't know. That creeped me out. It was me, I think. So it looks like I'm back there.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, you assigned it to the background. That's what you did. You assigned it to your background
Why?
as the desktop. I don't know. I just work here.
Okay, wait. Current.
Oh, this is fun. Look at that.
Why won't it let me activate? I can't get. How do you switch that?
Well, I usually have a background. Okay, so what I usually do is there's the arrow on the side, right, of all the cameras and everything that you click on.
Yeah.
And it gives you a drop down menu, and then you go to source or assign
Yeah.
things, and mine should come up there.
Source.
Unless if it's saying, I think it's camera. I totally don't think it's screen share. I think I got you wrong there. I think it's camera.
Okay.
And then you put in for camera Shanth's desktop as the thing.
Okay, so here's a camera. And not Elgato. Aha! Ah!
There you go.
There we
and
go.
then you can just stretch it out. You got it. Just put over my freaking face. I mean, that's probably best for everybody.
Wait.
So
Okay, there we go. Got that out from the background, and then I'll just put this
there you
right
go.
here.
Beautiful.
Wait.
Thank God. Yeah, really cover it. I mean, there's no look. I know what I'm working with. So what I was doing when I was taking a look at this is
I'm going to shrink our heads.
Oh wow, you're getting fancy. Oh,
This
what is this? What are you doing, Photoshop?
This is good.
This is weird.
Good content here, guys.
Good content right here. They say. So I'm in Photoshop that's apparently updated to something I'm uncomfortable with. But I'm going to remove the saturation on it. And that was the first thing I did when I was examining what was happening in this piece. Do you see what I mean? The values are very similar.
Yeah, absolutely.
In this piece.
Absolutely.
Really similar.
Yes.
Like if I just ask Photoshop, I'm like, let's do auto contrast and see what you would do, right? All the values are there.
Yeah.
So it's not going to do much. So what comes down to is that outside of the holy cow, outside of the color, listen, I love everybody. I want to make that really clear for starters. But outside of the color, if I do adjustments, let's do color balance, for example, right? And I go into here, I'm just gonna push everything bluish and away from yellow. I'm just kind of knock it back, right? And let's try to make it. Let me just try to make it a little bit like that and see what I have to do. This is how nuts the color is.
Yeah.
I actually have to do adjustment, hue saturation. Then I have to desaturate it, but not totally gone. And then and it even looks better then, but image adjustments. Then I go to color balance and I can start to, push it in a direction because there's not so much local color there, right? And once I do something like this and I've got a nice base as a painter, then I can kind of sit back and go, okay, you don't want to make these characters blue because James Cameron will sue you and your friends.
Right.
That's it. He'll sue you for ownership of your name.
That's right.
Think of that, and then where are we? So I can go in with like a little brush and I can actually just start to carve out a little bit of the warms.
Yeah.
And make this character sort of pop a little bit more. And by adjusting the opacity on this stuff in varying degrees, if I want to bring this guy out and push him, in the foreground with just light erasing right there, we already can start to kind of play
Yeah, there's
around
focus
with,
now already.
the focus and the space. And even right there, I found myself going, you went a little too far. You want to keep that knocked back. But if you do things like this, where you slowly are bringing some color into it, just slowly kind of pulling a few things in, it's amazing what you can do in these. Let me see if I can bring that out. That's a little too much. It's just got it just needs a little bit more focus in a couple of places, and even right there, I can just see where it's starting to get to be a little too much. And when you see what you're dealing with and how extreme it is, right? You can do stuff with and I'll even do a gray layer over that, which I already have, and just kind of knock it back a little bit there. And you can kind of play around with the saturation. But if I were to take this and I just knock it down, just ever, let me get rid of all of my erasing work here. Will it even allow me? Oh, it did. Nice. Okay, edit, redo, color balance. Cool. So now I'm starting with a nice ground where I'm not going to go as extreme. And I'm just going to pull a few warms out like I did, but it's not going to be on 100% opacity. You can see really quickly how we can improve the readability of it really fast.
Yeah.
Really put some warms. I want to, we're still going to have value problems in there, but those can be fixed by just adjusting the levels, let me just do that real quick. Select all, edit, copy, merged, edit, paste. If I go in here and then I go grab the dodge tool, I like that it looks like a magnifying glass because it reminds me of my misspent youth. Go into and just start to kind of play around with bringing some actual highlights out.
Yeah.
This, you know what I mean?
Totally.
Trying to do that, and then maybe even not saturating it as much. But I was really kind of surprised by
it makes me wonder if Finch this is just me totally assuming, but is he colorblind? Where I would think he is such an artist, right? To see what this colorist is doing on his work, and he's put in so much effort into it.
That is very true.
Is he not seeing what, Yeah.
You see this right here? This
looks
me with
way
my
better.
layer on 50%.
Yeah.
50%.
It has all that alien. It's
it really is an assault on the senses, is the best way I can put it.
Yeah. It is.
And color theory is the number one thing you got to do with color whenever you're using color is to make sure it's aesthetic and it doesn't hurt anyone's feelings, in some ways, you don't want to destroy somebody's soul. And when I was looking at this stuff and I was thinking about when you look at what a brilliant artist he is, the second you kind of start messing around with, and I haven't done stuff like this. Oh, you should have seen the one I did. It was a poem, but I
trashed it.
I said, I trashed it because I was going, look, you gotta pump the brake. I can only watch so many trains before I finally snap. This is how I saw it. But if I go to let me see if screen was the one I was using here. It wasn't screen. I think it was overlay. If I go into, make sure I put that on 100. Oh, I'm using eraser. That's why this genius can't figure it out. All of that was sad. Yeah, that was tragic. But if Lordy be, if I go to overlay and then I go to soft edge brush, where is it? Soft round. Make it smaller. Put it on less than 100. Let's put that on 38, and then I just start pulling out little bits of this, grabbing maybe some of the green that's right in there because I feel as though green kind of left the building in this, but I could just do a nice little green wash over this, maybe even a little bit on, the trees right in here to bring out some color. A little bit right in there. Even grab some blue, because I sort of felt like I was in hell when I was looking. I mean, like literally, the reds were just like, this is like Dante's Inferno. But if I just put a few, cools into because the way flesh tone works is the area of the flesh tone that's in shadow is usually where the is going to be the color of the thing it's passing through with subsurface scattering. So your ear is going to be red because light's going to come through it. So when you're doing flesh tones, what you'll typically do is you put the cool light in the highlights, and then you put the warm colors in the shadows. That's what everybody messes up. So if you've got this and this person's got like, red skin, let's say, and then you go in and you put a little bit of cool highlights into into the flesh tone there, and I start to walk them back, I'll get a much more naturalistic looking flesh tone just by having some cools in the highlights.
Yeah.
And then what I would, do in addition to that is you grab some reds, some like really nice, crazy warms, and then where the flesh tone is supposed to be really red, then you go in there and you really sit down on the color there. And it's just going to give it a little bit more of a, I don't know, of a richer sort of quality
totally
to have
richer.
that kind of range, And but you want to make sure either way that you're doing things where, let me grab some white and see what happens there, where you really get some nice highlights on there. I think that's another sort of feature of this that's kind of missing.
Yeah, that's great.
But you take away, I mean, it's it's an experience. I mean, I think we can say that safely.
Yeah.
But I can take this is something to where I would never want to color this ever.
Yeah.
So I want to send my love to the colorist
Right.
because I think maybe the colorist saw the original art at a full size and just went insane.
Yeah. It's like staring into the face of Cthulhu or something.
Yeah, exactly. They just went mad. It happens to all of us. But you can just you can imagine, quickly. It's tough to find the layer for it, but you can just imagine.
That's great. Look at that.
How there's a lot.
Flip the old one.
Color.
Flip the old one.
I don't know if I can do it anymore. I feel like sick. No, let me see here. Hold on.
Turn it on.
First, let me do just to make it easier. Yeah, select all, which I've got. Edit, copy, merged. Edit, paste. There we go. So, whoa, what the hell happened? Okay, we got to not ever do whatever I just did again. Let's turn this layer off and go to edit, paste. I think I pasted into that layer is what happened. We'll turn all this stuff off, and there you go.
Yeah.
Right? And we can even walk this thing back, and you can see where it starts to hit critical mass.
Mm-hmm.
Like right around there, which is 62%.
Yeah.
It's livable.
That's great. Yeah.
100%. I would say it might even be too far, but that's why I like sliders.
Yeah.
When it comes to food wise.
Yeah, sliders are great.
Fat.
Great.
But do you see what I mean?
Yes.
It's like it's really off the charts there.
Yeah.
And so the other thing about this that I think is kind of an interesting aspect of it is the value. So if I take the value layer and I go above it and I do multiply, let me multiply that layer. Let's see if I have black here. If I go in and I just start knocking out the value in the planes, in the foreground plane, it is really incredible how much that starts to make there be space in this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like that figure that's walking in the background right there.
Yeah.
Is now way back there behind this lead figure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just it's a crazy how you can, and I'm going way too far just for starters right there, because I think it will kind of overstate the point of what happens when you lose space in a piece, right? You lose that kind of that kind of depth
Yeah.
of field, right? So I'm going to go in, over correct this, and then so you've got dark foreground. Everything's kind of getting lost in there because it's like too dark. Would never really go this dark. But now I'm going to take it and I'm going to walk it back. And we'll see foreground, middle ground, back. I actually am shocked that I'm still turning it down. That's what's so weird about this. Like I'm at 50 right now. And I'm like, there's more to go. We'll take it to 0. There's 0. Now we're going to raise up the value. You see how the distance happens?
Yeah.
It's rough, man. And somewhere right at about 40, let's put it on 50 just because I like round numbers. Somewhere around 50, you can kind of see where foreground, middle ground, and background happen.
Mm-hmm.
So now if I turn off this layer that's in between the black and white layer and I lay that over the color I just did,
yeah,
you can start to see how the space works. Now the colors are so nuts. With love, I say this, that it's tough to read. But if you're blowing out a figure right here in the background, way too much. Let's do a 5% on that, and I just start washing that back. Why not go just a little bit? I wouldn't do it to begin with. I'd do all this with color. I would try to avoid losing any of this line work personally. But if I was going to do that, I would really want to make sure I was getting the depth to do it, not just to do it,
Yeah.
And you can see how getting rid of that highlight right there and that white, it affects the depth. That figure in the background, if he goes back further, you get more distance and you still get the drama.
Yeah. You get more drama.
But yeah, it's weird how it works. Like I'm looking at it and I'm going, like if I take this and I go, all right, well that's way too high. Let me put that on lower too. But if I get rid of these layers, it's incredible.
Yeah.
I think the gig with this guy is to help his line work come forward, and I imagine a stylistic that's a lot closer to the way that Aaron Horkey uses his coloring in his work. Do you know Aaron Horkey's stuff?
I don't.
So Aaron Horkey, let me see if I can find this here.
Oh no, are you going to make me call up another window?
No, you're not. No, I'm going to do this. Don't you worry. I got you here. Let me see here. I'm going to grab an Aaron Horkey. Oh, that's why is it doing this to me? Aaron Horkey. I don't want. Why does it always? Everything's trying to help me so much these days by making everything harder. That's what I've found. Let me see here. Aaron Horkey. Okay, so where's a good Aaron? I mean, they're all good, but where is one that's like particularly? Oh, there's a beautiful one. God, he's good. There we go. I'm going to drop that in there. Okay, so here's an Aaron Horkey piece, right? And I don't know if I'm going to be able to. There we go. He does this absolutely insane ink work. This is an example of what his stuff. You've seen his stuff. He does Mondo poster stuff.
Oh, okay.
This is his There Will Be Blood poster he did. God, these are all so low res, but you get the idea. Let's get rid of these. But he has this really nice washy style that he does that allows for him to, where's it size? Let's go for large ones. Oh, wow, there we go. Apparently I viewed this one, but that's not very large. But he does this, that's beautiful. He does this sort of surrealist, there we go. This kind of surrealist work. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but it's never getting outside of or ruining the line work. You can see the line work, but it's soft.
He does the line. He does the whole thing, right? He does the line work too.
Yeah, he does everything. He
Yeah.
draws with like a micron and
gosh.
OCD. I imagine it's incredible. But yeah, I mean, I think that I've heard so many people as a colorist. You might get some praise sometimes, I don't know how often it is, but you really don't want to be the conversation piece when you're coloring this dude's work.
Not on David
You
Finch.
just
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
And I was hoping that
it's
like
beautiful.
after issue 1, it would like course correct a little bit, but it's been consistently the same on my feeling about the color has been consistently the same. So it's like, I don't think she was the
It's
right.
all I'm hearing about. It's terrible.
That
Like,
is bad.
I feel bad
we should
for
always
her.
be talking about, we should just be talking about Finch. No,
Yeah,
no knock on the
he's-
colorist,
he's,
but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's seriously. He's the star.
Yeah.
You know, you're there to see him. So if let's take this real quick because I'm sure it's somewhere and I don't have access to it. But let me just do adjustment. Use saturation. Let's go to okay. This is really disturbing to me. All right, let's go with. I guess I have these options. So let's go lighten up the reds. Let's go to the yellows. Lighten them up. Greens. Everything but black. I want to do blue. Cyan. Let's get rid of that. This. And get rid of that. It's still not going to give me everything that I want color-wise, but if we do hue sec, let's do levels, and then I start to walk this forward just so we can start to really emphasize the lines. It's tough to do without losing some of those finer lines, but you kind of, especially because levels were messed with and things were painted out, but this is just really lovely stuff.
Yeah, it's insane.
Man. It's beautiful stuff. You know, and it should be the center of the conversation. You know, when you're talking about this dude's stuff, it's like he's so good.
Yeah,
And
it could have even been like somebody like coloring it could even done like a super light touch on color.
Yep,
and just let
light touch.
Let the ink like sing. Like not totally just black and white. Black and white would have been awesome, but if you want to add color, just a light touch.
I wouldn't, honest to God, like it's the funniest thing. So what are David Finch's, you know, if you think about it, his strong points are value, right? Lights, middles, and then of course those darks. So he's giving you that full range. So if you put down a middle color, it's going to take a 50% color and kick it to 80 or 90. And if you put down, you know, a dark color, it's in certain areas it's going to kick it to black, like it's going to just disappear. So you have to, you know, approach his work with a absolutely weak tea kind of tone. Like you have to really, and maybe you can dial up the chroma, the saturation, but you can't really dial up the value. And that's the real danger when you look at, you know, anything regarding this guy's stuff, because like I almost can't believe the coloring on this, to be honest with you. Like, and I feel for the person who's doing this, but it's you know, when I over saturate it, right, with the blue here at, you know, 50% or whatever, and it's like it's too extreme. But it's like as I move the dial, you can just see that moment where it goes too far. All the colors are there. There's just no atmosphere. There's no sense of atmosphere. It's rough, man.
Yeah, she used all the colors in the box, and it still wasn't helping. It's like, oh, right. It's Alien.
Yeah.
So it's 128 colors of the rainbow. It's like, whoa.
Yeah. The better your stuff is, the more sophisticated I think of a colorist you need. I like really sophisticated. Like if I were to get, and I wouldn't want it, it's too much, you know. But if I were to have this situation where someone goes, you're going to have to color a cover or something by this guy, right? The first thing that I would probably do is I would look at artists who are similar to his stuff and that are successfully colored and what those colorists do.
Yeah.
And I really can't find an example of a colorist who colors something like this who isn't doing it. Let me see if I can do it here. Isn't doing it with this approach right here. Adjustments, hue, saturation, which is really desaturated color. That's 9 times out of 10. I'm not even doing anything to this colorist's work but desaturating it. And 9 times out of 10, that's how people would approach coloring this stuff. The values aren't there. You know, there's stuff missing, but they're going to be very, very careful to selectively saturate. You know?
Yeah.
I'm curious what auto color will do on this. I just hit auto color and that's what it did, which was interesting. It corrected the reds.
Even Photoshop couldn't
You know?
handle it. I was like, ugh.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to stop.
Too many colors.
You know?
I'm a computer.
So here we go. So here's I can't believe that's actually real.
Yeah,
a lot.
I'd be interested in seeing somebody like, there's 2 colorists in mind who I would be interested in tackling. I'd love to see what Dave Stewart would do on this. Because that guy's like super minimalist color, but his color theory and his like, he is just on point. So he's like somebody who's like super simple. He would do a light touch, but like very, very, like perfect, I feel like, color theory. Mm-hmm. And then the other colorist on the other end of the spectrum is a colorist by the name of Brad Anderson. He does all the Ghost Machine stuff. And those Ghost Machine guys, they have similar pencil mileage, not as much as Finch, but they're in that camp. It's like, what's his name? Brian Hitch. We're just looking at Redcoat. Jason Fabok, who does Rook Exodus. Those guys are like same world as Finch lives. But Brad Anderson colors it in a very... My cat keeps hitting my headphones, and so they keep going out and out.
He's plotting.
He is.
He's plotting.
But he colors in a very like, you know, he does a lot of coloring, but his color work is great on the Ghost Machine books. I would love to see what he would do on this too. So,
I mean,
yeah.
It's I'm just trying to think of, like, I'm looking at some of the stuff I have kicking around me, but I think it could be it'd be worth it. I don't know if Robert Kirkman has the money, but to me, I would probably get a European colorist, traditional colorist, somebody who works, even if they work in digital, but it should be, well, it's funny because she could be European, actually, come to think of it, but I would get somebody with a soft touch color-wise on it.
Yeah.
You know, I see Mobius colors on this, honestly. Like Mobius is Arzak, you know, colors. You know, I mean, that's for me is what, you know, would be perfect for it. But it's tough, man. Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's so interesting that you were just having this discussion.
Yeah, it was wild.
It's not just me.
Yeah, it was funny because the only thing, the conversation didn't originate with me. I was on a stream with a couple of guys. I was on a stream with Shane, and I was on the stream with Joe Sontag, and we were talking about they were big fans of this stuff, and one of them said, "Have you seen the colors on it?" And the other guy goes, "Oh yeah." And I'm like, why am I hearing about the colors on a David Finch book? Like, why? Like, am I not hearing about David Finch? They're like, it's beautiful, and eventually they're going to release some black and white, but right now the colors. And I'm like,
wait, were they saying
like how?
Were they saying, oh yeah, as in like they're not good?
They're not good.
Oh, okay.
They were like, they're really they hit people.
Yeah, it's like garish a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hit people. It hit people pretty hard. Like they were like the colors. Like they just were like, this is pushing me away.
Yeah.
Like I want to see the drawings, but I can't, and I don't. It's rare that I see that, you know, experience. I mean, it's like just playing with sliders.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you just go like, well, what are our options? You know, and of course, if you go into the cool, like they can't go here because that's when you hit Avatar.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you have to figure out a way to like even like in this territory, you know, where you start getting into some purples and some cools and some other stuff. There's cool stuff to be had on the other end of the spectrum too.
Yeah.
Because at least there's some but it's weird how it's consistently difficult to read.
Yeah.
Because of the color choices.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, it's weird, man. It's one of those weird ones.
That's awesome.
So there you go.
That's great. Awesome.
Well, I'm gonna go say
Sean.
hey to the missus because she just came in, but I want to pop in and say hello.
Nice.
And say hello.
So
to
good
your,
seeing you. So
chat.
you guys are okay? Are you snowed in? Like you can't get out?
We're
or what?
snowed in. We had a lot of shoveling to do the other day, and I pretty much just lost my voice. You know, Lauren was out there shoveling. I was screaming. Faster, was schnell, weiter, you know, and she just, you know, wouldn't shovel as fast as I was screaming for her to. But we're fine. I'm okay at least. She hasn't come in, and it's been days.
Dang.
So I'm worried because it was, 5 below, but I'm sure she's fine. And but no, it was rough. We got a bigger snow than we've gotten in years.
Wow.
And I woke up in the morning one morning and we had shoveled out the end of the driveway, but they had plowed us in. And I was like, I got to go down there and shovel that because I don't want you getting stuck in the end of the driveway with cars coming. It ain't good. But yeah, we're doing good.
And school's still open
here.
for her? School's still open though? They're not like, they didn't close. They're like, New England's like, whatever. Here it's like, if there's a little bit of rain, people are like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, man. The funniest thing about it is Merry Christmas, awesome one, by the way, and belated Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. The thing that was so funny about it is the superintendent of schools lives in another district, and they closed down their schools, but she opened
the one she works in.
Here. Like, so they all had to come out. I was like, really? Really? You doing that, are you? Your kids
awesome.
are home, but
yeah,
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know how it goes. Craziness.
How long is the snow supposed to stay there?
Till we thaw. So all week it's going to be, the
Really?
sun will do its work, but it's still going to be like below freezing.
It's not still snowing though, is it?
Yeah. It's not. It's just, it was a big snow. We were supposed to get another storm. Now they're saying we're not going to get another storm, which is
okay.
great.
Okay. Okay.
It's definitely nice not to have to worry about, more snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that kind of thing, because we've been working on, there's so many different things you have to clear. You run out of space to move everything, which is a big problem when you're doing this stuff. And so I'm always, we're always trying to find like, where can we fit everything in and where can we put stuff, together, to have where we can put the trash. Let me see if I can open up something because I'm here on your channel. I just realized. See if this works. I don't know if it's going to work. The computer might just give up the ghost with this stuff. But yeah, there you go. Just a look at something new. There you have it. Yes. So yeah. So there's a double page story spread right there. So yeah. He's racing to save this young girl that he knows who's disappeared. And
anybody who doesn't know, this is Shant's creator-owned book, Spring Ball. Go back it now. The campaign is still open, right? The campaign's still open.
Yeah, it's still open, and I got to do another trailer, and
yes,
got to do
somebody
much stuff,
dropped the link in the chat, but this is his baby right here, and I am so excited about this book. This is a totally new spread, right? I've not seen this before.
Yeah, this is a totally new spread.
Yeah,
man. Totally new spread. So it's like I basically, my brother-in-law is so funny. He's like texting me right now, and I told him he had to watch Conan the Barbarian. Like I give people assignments for no reason sometimes.
Wait, the Arnold Schwarzenegger one?
Yep, because he hadn't seen it yet, and I said you got to have seen the Terminator, Predator, and Conan.
Nice.
Like, you got to see your Arnold, triptych. So I've got Spring Ball racing to rescue this girl, and every parent's worst nightmare, because of the scene before. He's seeing a photo of when she first came into the system because she's in a group home, and it's like every parent's worst nightmare. There's word bubbles from all the pictures of what he's imagining
Oh,
So she says, "Do you remember when I was little and you told me, what is it? Oh, I told you I wished you could be my dad." He's like racing to save her. "The last thing you told me was that you were disappointed in me.
oh, gosh.
You said that you would always be my hero first and the rest of the world would be second."
Dang.
And then you asked me when I was going to grow up and start acting like an adult. And then she goes, "What if the answer is never because I'm dead?"
Gosh,
And
man.
then she says, "Please don't let me die."
Oh,
And that is the pressure this dude is under.
oh
And
my
that's
gosh.
the go for the throat kind of writing, because, you know, when you're a parent, and I love that aspect of it, you know, it's like, and then it shows what his overall inner process is, which is find Nell, save Nell, find Nell, save Nell.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it's what I love about, you know, storytelling with, you know, a true sort of superhero book. And I'll, you know, spoiler alert, a lot of scary stuff happens in this book, but it's an aspirational book.
There's the link
And
right there.
heroes rescue people.
Springball
There it
Terminal
is. Thank you,
Monstrosity.
Cranberry
Thanks,
Landers.
Cranberry Landers. Go back,
Yeah.
Shant's book. I'm so excited for this. Shant's been working on this since forever, but
Yep.
this is the revamp and obviously
Oh,
new
dude.
stuff.
So this maniac that you guys are watching stream right now, and I don't think that's an overstatement. He drove with me down to Catella in Anaheim to drop off this book at Image Central when we had just been a year out of school, maybe barely a year, maybe under a year out of school.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's how long Spring Balls happened. Then it was, I self-published it in 2002, but Rocky was there when I created it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was like 18 or whatever I was. And so it was, and frankly, this book wouldn't be happening if Rocky didn't pop on the stream when we were closing out Nosfero and say, "Look at this." And then you guys, you maniacs in the chat, said, let's do something with it. But, and I was like, all right, see, look at that. Beautiful.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. I'm so excited for it. So cool to see this new stuff too. I know you've pretty much been drawing everything new in this whole book. Every time you show something new, I'm like, I thought you were just going to like remaster it, remix it a little bit.
Yeah. I'm a genius. I know how to make more work for myself. But you know, and I'll I showed it to I mean, this is the crazy thing, man. Let me see if I can do this here. Close this one out, because my computer's favorite thing to say to me. Don't save. I don't need that on my hard drive. My computer's favorite thing to say to me is scratch disks are full. That and what are you thinking? So you know this spread.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it's undergone a lot of changes to make it. Either you have a new baby or that's a cat.
That's a cat.
'Cause if it's a
dinner
new
time.
kid, then we really haven't talked in a while. But it was taking pages like this that you actually know pretty well.
Yeah.
That's coming up, and I had a side view of Spring Ball jumping, and then the comment was made, it's not dynamic enough, and so now he's coming at you as opposed to going next to you. And that's
this looks
the stuff
totally different.
Totally different, and it's all about, you know, just trying to make sure that I'm giving, you know, everybody who backs this book and all the fans something that is a new experience. Like, I realized I hadn't spent enough time showing Spring Ball using his tail and kicking butt, and so we had to put this right here where he comes in on this cat and he's got the ball and it's like wham, wham, wham.
I remember
right
I remember that glasses eyes panel. I remember that panel, but everything else is different.
that one. Yeah, totally. And if you guys get the throwback edition, which is going to be me printing it as it used to look, you're just going to go like, I actually thought I could draw, which is alarming to me.
You
oh
could.
my gosh, dude! Crimes against art. That's what that is.
It's so cool, man.
But yeah, like this stuff it's gonna, dude. You're gonna love it, man. There's the oldies but goodies. There's the new compositions. There's the all of the fun stuff.
I remember that page.
Yeah, I gotta remember
classic.
this stuff. This is like, and even this has been through just a ton of changes, but it's I'm trying to make sure that if it works, that I keep it, keep it as close as I can, and where it needs to be changed. Like that's a whole new figure in panel 1. That's a whole new figure in panel 2. 3 is all new, but it's pretty close. 4, where he's pushing the chest thing, is probably the closest, and even that's changed.
I remember that.
But it's just, you gotta like really make sure people are getting what it says on the tin.
So cool.
So there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Working hard.
We're gonna have fun. Yeah, and I got plans for you too, man. Still working on them.
Oh,
I got plans.
When are you
It's
streaming
gonna be cool.
next so that people know?
Nobody here should be watching the stream except for those who know that I'm going to be on next. Okay, so I have a late night show next. That is, it's a late night stream.
Okay.
If you know, you know. And it's definitely, it's not for the faint of heart or anything else. But I'll be streaming this Sunday because we had the big snow. I didn't get to do my typical Sunday stream, so I'm going to squeeze in another art stream. Next art stream I do, Mark, if you're still out there, and even if you're catching this later, I'm going to be working on the Creature from the Black Lagoon head sketch that Mark backed on No Sphero. So I'm really going to be doing some cool head sketches and things like that on my.
You're going to be
stream.
working on Mark's head sketch on your stream.
Yeah, of course.
That's
the fun part of it.
There you go, Mark. There you go.
There you go. You'll see it happen. You'll see it come to life.
Yeah.
All right, boss. I'm gonna go say hey to the lady, and I will. I'll see you soon, man.
All right.
The channel's great, man. I love watching your stuff, man.
Thanks for stopping in, Shanth. We'll do it again soon.
Oh my gosh, man. We will. My pleasure, brother. Take care.
See you later. All right, where do I go now? Hold on. Got to clear here. Here. Okay, one second. I got to let my cat out. That was fun. However, now I'm out of time. Sean says, wait, what? When? I know. That's so cool. That was my brother, SHANTH ENJETI. I know all of you guys know him, but if you don't, subscribe to his channel. Look up SHANTH ENJETI art. Somebody can drop the link in the chat. We go way back, as he mentioned. Known him over 30 years, and it's still the same as far as like the things we love to talk about, the things we do. I mean, obviously now we have families and kids, and we're older, but the things that we love to talk about are the same. And the thing that he was just doing, just live on there, totally is spot on, is exactly what I was feeling with the colors on that book. And no offense to the colorist, you know what I mean? I think it was just not the right fit for somebody like Finch's art. So anyway, it was awesome to see him do that. I don't know. There's no way I can get through all these books now. What are we going to do? What are we going to do, guys? 1, 2, 3. Can I do do I do a continuation stream? I really don't have enough time to get through all these books. That threw me off. Well, let me get through Cul De Sac 6, and then we'll see what we can do. If I can't get through the books, then we can't vote. Then what? That's going to be... There's Shanth's link. Thank you, Cranberry Rangers, dropping all the links. A midnight stream? Could I do that? I gotta work some more. I gotta work after this. I gotta cook. Too much going on. Okay, that was fun, though. That was a really fun detour. Anyway, this is Cul De Sac number 6. Worth going through right now because this is the last one in the series. This is the end. And the art by Wayshak has been crazy good on it. It's perfect. He was cast perfectly for this story, which is a vampire kind of thriller. And the premise is there is generations of vampires, different tiers of vampires, and these kids that are at the center of the story just learn that they are part of the lineage of vampires that are kind of at the top of the food chain. And so they're being chased by the military who find out who they are. They're being chased by other vampires who don't want them to kind of fully develop their powers or their lineage. And so, yeah, it's just they're on the run this whole series. And the bad guys are getting closer. So the awesome thing about this, I love the art in this. I think Wayshak, like I'd mentioned just a few seconds ago, was a perfect cast as an artist on this. He does all these like cool, expressive, experimental kind of techniques. And this is a case where the printing and they're really like highlighting the artistry in his artwork. So they, you know, he does these cool things where he does black and white and just like hints of color splashes here and there, or then he'll go full on painting on stuff like this. Really cool. And his artwork is so aggressive, really matches the plot and the tone of the story. Scary, you know, it's like scary art. And he'll flip-flop from semi-realistic stuff or you know, typical comic book stuff, and then he'll get really exaggerated and cartoony and kind of break reality a little bit. It's cool. Reminds me a lot of Bill Sienkiewicz's work, Sam Keith's artwork, all similar feel. See, that's like super cartoony. He just blew his own hand off. Gnarly. And his exaggerated proportions, too, they really emphasize the expressions, which is great. You're tracking a lot of emotion in this story. So it's awesome to see his artwork do the same. Nothing like kills me the most of seeing like a very talented artist who they'll, you know, be drawing like an emotional scene and their characters are all like stoic and heroic and, you know, it's well drawn, but it's like you don't capture the emotion. I'd rather have this where you are not necessarily on model or super heroic, but, you know, you serve the story with your art. I wonder if they're going to continue. So this was a limited series. I wonder if they're going to continue it. It looks like, I mean, I haven't read it yet, but it looks like they can continue it. There's this like mafia boss who is chasing him this whole time. He's also a vampire himself. Could totally set it up for future stories. So I wonder if they're going to continue. This is just the backup story. So that's cool. Looks like they're, surprise, surprise, compiling it in a hardcover volume as well. Ultra deluxe hardcover. They're probably going to include some extras in that. But this has been a great series. If you're into vampires, if you like Wayshak's art, it's awesome. It's really good. It's some of the best art that I've seen him do. I think previous to this, I saw him do a Spawn Violator story, which was pretty cool. But this is definitely by far his best stuff that I've seen so far. So this is 6-issue Cul De Sac. Looks like the kids survive. All right. Spaghetti time. I know. All right, let's see. Making Jell-O spaghetti. We could just vote on what you've looked at so far, which is what, 3 books? Redcoat wins. Continuation. Oh, okay. We could. Let me see. Yeah. Let's do that, guys. I don't want to shortchange these books at all. You know what I'll end this stream on? So we won't get to vote. I'll make sure to keep these books. We'll do a quick review, whatever next stream I do with these books, whether it's a midnight stream or something. I'll have to plan my schedule when I can fit in another one. But I'll definitely call back these books whenever we vote next. But when I will end this stream, I went back and looked at my old streams, and I never looked at this book. I skipped over it for some odd reason, but I want to bring it up because Emo Trash is here, and she was questioning. She was like, "Wait, that's the Joker in Absolute Batman?" And I was like, "Yeah, you haven't seen this? We didn't go through it, and we didn't." So I'll flip through this really quick. I wanted to bring it up to bring you guys up to speed. This was the introduction of Joker in his true form for the first time in the Absolute series. This is issue 15. Issue 16 came out today, which we'll look at another time. But this one's worth going through really quick. The artist on this is not Dick Dragotta, the regular artist. This is Jock. He's a really popular artist right now. I like Jock's work. He's not my favorite artist, but he's good. And he's definitely like super skilled. It's just like style-wise, it's not my cup of tea. But I love the stuff he does. And anytime he's working on a book, I'll pick it up because it's Jock. But he had the benefit of drawing the intro to this universe's Joker, and it's pretty cool. So the backstory is like there's just like this family of what is their last name? The Grimms, Grimm. And he goes into the history of like, oh, it started off with this kid who was a street performer and made people laugh. And then his grandson was like somebody who started a vaudeville theater and kind of built the Hollywood of the Absolute world. And then, but the whole time they were like, they were entrepreneurs, but they're also very big on supporting like orphans and the down and out and like putting back more money into the community. So good people. So people thought, but they made a lot of money. And then they're intercutting it this whole time with this guy here who's like hunting big game. So you know there's something up with him, but he's like really skilled. He's kind of deadly, and he's just on this remote island doing it. Then the crazy thing in this story happens where they start retelling the past, but it's almost like revisionist history where they're like, oh yeah, well he was this performer, but then they started finding out like he wasn't all good and he kind of did screwy things like he used nitrous oxide to make people laugh because he really wanted them to laugh, this little kid. And then this guy, he did, buy Hollywood, but he also had ties to like Nazi Germany. So there's all this sinister things going on behind the scenes. And then they intercut with present day time, and there's this same hunter. And now you realize he's not just hunting big game, he's hunting humans. And then it gets really messed up. I mean, all that was messed up. But then it's all this... you realize how sinister the behind the scenes are. And then this is like Joker's true form, where he is just this evil being in the guise of this family. So that's his true form, which is what was on the cover, is this like demonic form. And that's the Joker in this world. And he goes hunting that guy that was on the island. So pretty messed up. And so this is where Bruce Wayne or Batman finds out all the history. And then he goes out to kind of hunt him. And then you say, the hunted is now, or the hunter is now being hunted. And they kind of play, it's interesting because, I don't know, I'm pretty sure this was intentional, but they kind of write the Joker like Bruce Wayne, or the Bruce Wayne that we know. So he's like super rich. He's got this butler. He lives in this huge mansion. He goes down into like a cave down there, but you can tell it's like a demonic, cave. So kind of crazy, but I love it. I love that they're just flipping it on its head and making Joker like, how much evil can you, the Joker that we all know and love, he's really evil. He's had so many different stories in so many different forms. Just that this week, they released a facsimile edition of The Killing Joke, which is one of the darkest Joker stories out there. So it's like, how can you top that and make him even more evil? Well, you can make him pure evil, like a crazy demon. That'll do it. So kind of cool. So yeah, I was surprised that we didn't look at it. It must have been a week that I skipped or forgot to go back and revisit this. But this is Absolute Joker. This is the Joker of this world from Absolute Batman. And I'm actually really excited to see Nick Dragotta tackle him because Jock did a great job. I really did like the artwork. Even though I'm not a Jock fan, I really did like the artwork in this book. But I can't wait to see Nick Dragotta tackle him. He did this cover, but I think he's going to make him really gnarly, just knowing the kind of stuff that he loves to draw. Yes. So everything's darker. This Joker is immaculate. Looks like emo trash. Totally just found it. Yes. Mr. Monkey Boy dropped my new finds on X for you. Okay, I'll check it out, Mr. Monkey Boy. Glad you liked it. He's got this butler. That is Alfred. Yes. I would have that as a print. Nice. Awesome one. Oh my gosh. Yes, I'm glad you liked it, emo trash. This is the counter to thick Batman is Demon Joker. It's really cool. It's really exciting to see. So they just set him up, and now they're doing this crossover with Absolute Wonder Woman. That's which again, we won't look at right now because I don't have time, but that's what the new Absolute Batman issue that came out this week is, a crossover with Absolute Wonder Woman. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. I love Nick Dragotta's work, man. This is so cool. But I cannot wait to see how they set up Batman's confrontation with Joker. And what are they going to do? Like, where are they going to take that? He's got to fight a freaking demon. That's going to be insane. So I'm really, really excited to see where they go with it. It's a great setup. I kind of like that it was a self-contained issue with Jock drawing it. He did a great job on the artwork. I think after this, I think the next issue of Absolute Batman is going to be a two-parter with introducing the Poison Ivy of this world too. So they're killing it. They're doing really well. I know you guys make fun of me for Absolute Batman, but they're doing a great job of like reinventing Batman for a new generation, and also kind of keeping tabs or like doing spin-offs of what lore we already know in the Batman world. So it's pretty awesome. You're supposed to agree with all the love for this book. Absolute Batman becomes the Doomslayer. He'll have to use a crucifix. No kidding, right? I think Haunted Cosmos would be about this take. Haunted Cosmos? What's that? Poison Ivy looked interesting. You know who's drawing that? Is Eric Canetti, he's incredible. That guy's a good artist, and I cannot wait. He's posted some sample pages that he did to try and land the Absolute Batman gig, I think. Can you imagine? Somebody of his level, caliber, artwork, having to like audition to get the book, but he did. He got it. So I think he's doing 2 issues. Okay, you guys, sorry to cut it short, but I do have to get going. I will let you guys know either on Discord or on YouTube whether I can do another stream to go over the rest of these books. We won't skip them though. So worst comes to worst, if we go to next week, I'll pull them into the reviews for next week's Wednesday's comics, because I can't imagine I'm getting a lot of books next week. There was a lot this week, so I can't imagine it being the same next week. If not, if I do a master study, maybe I'll incorporate it there somehow, but let me think about it first. But sorry to cut it short. Sorry to cut off the voting. That stinks. But yeah, I just ran out of time. Blame Shanth. But awesome. Thank you guys so much. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969 said, oh yeah, what did he say? He said that he wrote on X what his books were. Let's look right before we go. I don't want to. Oh my gosh. I hate you. Verification codes. Do you guys hate? Is it just me, or does everybody hate the like authentication code stuff? I mean, I get it, but geez Louises, it make life that much more complicated. Anything that's like, wait, what? Enter my passcode. What passcode? Okay, I'll look at my phone then. Anything that's made our life supposed to be easier, it's slowed down with all these. What 4-digit passcode? Okay. Tower of Shadows. Oh my gosh. I don't know any of these books. Oh, okay, you got them in the mail. These look awesome. All right, I'm going to have to look at these closer. Mr. Monkey Boy 1969. Thanks for sending those, though. Tower of Shadows and Battaglia Dino Battaglia. I have not heard of any of these. Amazing. Yeah, I don't like. What's going on? What is that? What? I don't even know what my 4-digit code is. I'm screwed. I'm gonna get locked out. Okay, I'll be down for that. You can make your late night stream an even later night stream by reviewing the comics there. I might. We'll see. Thanks. Have a great evening, Rocky. Thanks, Sean. Everybody in chat. Oh, thank you for being here, and thanks for the reminder or the nudge, T Green. I appreciate that. I'll post Haunted Cosmos in Discord. Okay, awesome. We'll see that. All right, great. Even if it's a vampire stream, I won't miss it. Oh, Mark's music session. We're gonna have to test that. All right, you guys. Thank you so much. Mark says I can't miss the Shanth stream. So hopefully, I'll know ahead of time when he's gonna do it. We'll make sure you know for sure, Mark. Don't worry. I don't think he will. He will do it without you being there. That would be crazy. But he will do it. We'll make sure if he lets me know, we'll make sure to let you know. But that would be great. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Stay tuned. I'm really going to try and do another stream this week. Cross your fingers. But you guys will be the first to know. Hit that like before you get out of here. And tell your friends. And we will see you later. Thanks again for a fun stream. I'll talk to you guys soon.